Hey, 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 daughter Tay, how you doing? Just giving everybody a few minutes to come on and join. Just waiting, just waiting. So how you doing, Tay? How you doing? Hey, Jasmine, welcome, welcome. You know we about to talk that talk. Hey, Lay, what's good? What's going on, you guys? How's the music? Amen, amen. Yes, God is. God is good. Yes, He is. Now, y'all know I'm going. Ooh, my week has definitely been challenging, but overall, I won't complain either. Sometimes things happen for a reason, even if we can't understand. Things do happen for a reason. So, in spite of it all, I'm still grateful. I'm still grateful. Yeah, I know I'm getting ready for a moment. Just, about a few more minutes. Then I'm going to go straight into it. Because this topic is definitely going to be something that I feel like we all can benefit from. So I'm really excited. I even did a little homework. I said this time I'm gonna make sure this live gonna touch some souls. Gonna put some fire up under some people. So before I go ahead, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Give it a few more minutes. Let that music just do what it do. Hey, what's going on, else? We here, we in the building. I got a regular crew. Got to shout them out all the time. They always here. Always here. Y'all liking that music? How that music feeling? Y'all know before this live end, I'm going to try to do my heart. So don't judge me. I'm just telling y'all now, we not going to do no judging, okay? Because y'all know how my hearts be looking. Try to have it as a vibe, so when we in here we can vibe, keep that energy going. That energy gotta flow. Thank you. I'm glad y'all like it. Just gonna go ahead one more minute and then we just gonna jump straight on in topic. Cause I appreciate my regulars for always showing up. Y'all show up every time. And I appreciate it. Always appreciate it. So y'all know, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Katrina, aka Queen Motivation. Born in New York, raised in Virginia, now living and residing in the state of Las Vegas, Nevada. I've been doing motivational videos for some years, since 2012. And I want to go ahead and introduce the new wave of how I'm going to post up on here next Wednesday. Talk That Talk with Queen Motivation live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are a regular, you already know how we do up in here. So today, jumping into this topic, I want to talk about forceful change, because we all know that a lot of us can definitely use some change. And if we don't want to change, we can talk about why we don't want to change and what are some of the habits we can change and what can we do to eliminate some things and some people in our lives that don't want to change. That's pretty much how we're going to go with the flow tonight. And you know, a lot of us definitely feel as if we don't need change. So sometimes what we do is we continue to remain as the same person, and we try to remain around the kind of the people who won't hold us accountable for our actions, so we feel comfortable enough to not want to change and not have to change. But a lot of us need to change. We need to grow up and realize that we cannot continue going through life the exact same person. So tonight I'm definitely going to talk about forceful change, and I went on and did a little digging in my dictionary. Okay, your girl pulled out the dictionary for this topic. Let me tell you. So I'm going to read to y'all what forceful stands for, right? So forceful is strong and assertive, vigorous, and powerful. Let me break down what strong means. Strong says having the power to move heavy objects. A lot of us are walking around with some heavy objects, meaning a lot of us are walking around with some burdens on us. A lot of us are walking around with some guilt. A lot of us are walking around with some things that's so strong that it's making us feel like we cannot move, we can't get ahead, we can't do anything. Then assertive. Assertive is having or showing a confident and forceful personality. A lot of us do have a personality. Some of us can definitely work on that personality. Some of us have okay personalities, but at the end of the day, some of us know that we do need to change. Vigorous is strong, healthy, and full of energy. Some of us have way too much energy. We have so much energy, we got to be careful of who come into our lives, because they'll definitely drain the energy from us, and they'll suck it. Suck it so dry, they'll have us just walking around here just really just drained. And we don't need everybody in our lives draining us with that energy. Powerful. Having control and influence over people. Now we have a lot of people who can definitely make a difference in other people's lives. But if you want to influence somebody to be better, influence somebody to want to do something different. So we don't have to sit around and look at people and influencing them to do things that we don't need or we don't want. And next, the word change is alter or modify. So with that being said, I'm just going to jump straight on into this topic, because let me tell you something. I'm a woman of either changing to fit my lifestyle. I'm a woman that's going to change, that's going to benefit me. And my daughter she has told me so many times that there's some things about myself I could work on. So I always go personal with my own life. So I'm gonna give y'all a little piece of a backstory. So me personally, I don't like to be alone. So every once in the blue moon, I'll go ahead and I'll just make a dating website. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna jump on here. I'm so bored. I'm going to do a dating website. So I do a dating website, and everything about the dating website, the conversation, it never really goes as good as it should. I met my ex on a dating website. And my biggest problem is every time I go on these dating websites, I always say I'm never going on them again. I say it all the time. And I always end up going right back on these dating websites. But let me tell you how the word change came into effect to make me realize that I no longer want to be on the dating website. I was talking to an individual, and in the process of communicating with the individual, we was having a very good conversation. I'm not going to tell no stories about me not enjoying the conversation. It was very entertaining, and it was very positive, and it was going good for a second. And then in the process of it going good, I stated that I was going to go visit the individual. And in the process of me saying that I was going to go visit the individual, it was going to be when I got off work. Now, might I tell you, I get off work at 9 o'clock at night. And in that timing, I had a change of heart. And a lot of people don't want to change their heart or change their mind because we're afraid of what other people are going to say or how other people are going to react. So we stay in the same limelight because we don't want to hurt other people's feelings. So in that process, in that time, and I changed my mind. I no longer wanted to go. Now, the individual told me, that the type of man he was and things of that nature. I'm not going to discredit anybody who tell me who they are. I'm going to discredit you once you show me that you said you was this person and you're not this person. Then I'm going to be able to have something to go off. But I can't go off of you just telling me who you are, and I'm just going to automatically assume that you're lying. I have to believe who you say you are. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. But we are allowed to change our minds. We are allowed to change the course of how things are. So the individual sent over $30. And I told the individual that I was going to change my mind. I no longer was going to come. And let me tell you, it went haywire from there. The individual just continued to text me and say that just a whole bunch of things. I'm not even going to get into what he said, but in the process of him just antagonizing me and harassing me, he even tried to pour his negativity onto my YouTube videos. And that comes from me not listening to the fact that I said I was never going to do dating websites again. See what happens when you say something and you don't act on it and you actually don't change? Things happen. And when things begin to happen, it forces you to have to change. So if I would have never went through that ordeal with him and to be harassed, then I would still be like, oh, you know what? I'll just do a dating website again. But because of that, it forced me to change and made me realize that I need to really stick to what I said I'm going to do. A lot of us in here right now know we need change. We know we need change. We know we need to work on ourselves. We know we need to work on the way we talk to people, the way we react to situations. We know we need to work on it. But because we're comfortable or other people make us comfortable, we don't see fit in changing. We don't feel like we need to change. We don't want to change for whatever the case may be. But when we're forced to change, that's when we're ready to get up and start moving. I don't want to go into a whole bunch of details, but I do want to say that somebody can be sitting in your face right now and they're not willing to change who they are. But the moment the fire is up under them, they are ready to make some changes. So if you are dealing with anybody in your life at this present moment who does not see anything wrong in their patterns because they're used to their patterns and they don't want to change it, then you need to change directions. Then you need to distance yourself from these individuals. Because a lot of the times when we continue to keep trying to see the good in people, we allow ourselves to stay in the place where we're not changing for the good. We're actually changing for the worse because we're going backwards because we're trying to keep this person mindset good, but we're not focusing on our own mindset. I know there's been situations where we may have been at a job and we got complacent and we got comfortable at the job and we like, nah, this is it. But our lifestyle is changing, but we're still staying in that same place. And we know that we can't stay there because it's time to make some moves, right? So when we're forced out, that's when we want to change. A lot of us don't want to change until we are forced. Another thing I learned, we cannot change people. People are going to be who they are, when they are, however they want to be. They're not going to change if they don't want to. And one of my biggest flaws in a lot of my relationships was changing. Always trying to change a man to fit my lifestyle. He already had his own lifestyle. He already had what he wanted in his life. He had it set up the way he wanted to set it up. And then I wanted to change him. And that's the problem with a lot of us. We see that these individuals don't want to change. They're not trying to change. But yet we spend so much time and energy into working on changing them instead of changing the situation. We cannot make people change. People have to change because they want to. If you meet somebody in their season, and that's who they are, and y'all been together 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and in those 10 years, they are the same person. They have not tried to make no changes, then you must understand that no changes are going to be made. When I tell y'all, my ex used to tell me all the time, either accept me for who I am because I'm not changing for nobody. I've heard that a lot of times in a lot of my relationships. And I must have thought I had some magical powers because I'm like, I'm going to stay with him because I know I can work on him. I can change him. People not going to change just because you snap your fingers. People not going to change just because you think they need to change. People are going to change because they want to change. You can't make anybody change. You can't make people change their mind. You can't make people change their behavior. You can't make people change how they talk to people. You cannot make people change. There has to be a force in their life that's going to make them want to change. And if they're not going to change, it's fine. It's fine. Change yourself. A lot of us need to change our eating habits. I ain't going to talk about myself, but I'm going to talk about myself, okay? I got on the scale before I did this live, and I should have known better. I should not have gotten on that scale, but I said, let me see. And when I got on that scale, I said, you know what? I need to change my eating patterns because there's no way that scale should be lying to me like that. But it is. So I'm going to go ahead and work on changing my eating habits because I know it'll be better for me to change my eating habits to make me healthier, to make me become more in touch with my inner body. Because as long as I keep saying I need to change, these cookies good, I'm gonna change. And I'm just constantly just feeding the habit that I say I want to change, but I'm not working towards changing it, then nothing's gonna change. The only thing gonna change is my weight, and it's not gonna change for the better, it's gonna change for the worse, which means I looked at the scale today, and when I look at it in another month, the numbers are going to change, but they're not going to change lower. They're going to change higher. So in order for me to change, I need to bring those eating habits to a different pattern in my life. Got to change some things up. Let's see what Tay said. Right. Some people are set in their ways because that's what they are comfortable with. That's very true. But if you continue to stay with that person, and that's not even just relationships, because I always try to stress when I'm talking, I'm not just talking about relationships, I'm talking about friendships too, because a lot of us have some friends that we can do without. Like we don't even need these friends because we know these friends are not going to change. A lot of us are in these standstill relationships because they don't want to change. So if you in a situation right now and your friend, boyfriend, whoever is not changing, they're not going to change. They are remaining the same for a reason because they're comfortable with who they are. They're comfortable with how they live. They're comfortable with whatever they have going on. So you cannot get mad at that person for not changing. You can get mad at yourself for staying and trying to change a person. Let's see to the eating habits say, listen, right now I could be saying I need to change my eating habits and go right downstairs and eat a zebra cake and tear that zebra cake up. I've been eating zebra cake since I was about 10 years old. I remember when zebra cake used to be a quarter. I used to always stop at my aunt and uncle house, and I used to always ask them for 50 cents because I knew I could get 2 zebra cakes. And I would walk to the store with my 50 cents, and I'd be so excited to slap my little 50 cent on that counter and get my zebra cakes. And let me tell you, I'm not slapping 50 cents on the counter no more. You go in there, and zebra cakes are $1.25, and I'm just confused because I'm trying to understand how the price went up. The price changed, and so did the zebra cake, because the price went up, but the zebra cake shrunk. So what I'm used to paying 25 cents for, I'm now paying $1.25 for a smaller version. And I'm like, how is this possible? You know? Let's see what Lay said. Someone told me people would be comfortable in a bad situation instead of changing it. Now let me tell you. Oh yes, definitely those fudge rounds. Let me tell you about people who are comfortable in a bad situation. That comes with accountability too. So, and the reason why I say it comes with accountability, because we are surrounded around people who make excuses for our habits and our patterns and our behavior. We are surrounded around a lot of people who do not hold us accountable. You can see something in your friend and you know they need to change it, or you can see something in your partner and you know they need to change it, but we pat them on their back for their behavior. So if nobody ever corrects a person, or if nobody ever points out how people are, and nobody ever really, you don't have to be rude and do the little nagging finger. You don't have to do that, but you can definitely sit somebody down if you really love them. I mean, wholeheartedly love them. And even if you're not in love with them, but you do love them and you want the best for them, you can tell them where they're wrong at. You can hold them accountable. And if they're mature enough, they're going to understand that you only want what's best for them. So it's 2 things they're going to do. They're going to accept it and change, or they're going to agree and stay the same. There's people who's been the same for 12 years, and we still getting mad at them. We know they're not about to do nothing different, but we still getting mad at them. That's how we outgrow people. We outgrow people because we either change it for the better, and they changing for the worse. Because I feel like if you don't make no change at all, you only going to get worse. If the doctors come in there and say, hey, we got to change up your surgery plan because what we was going to do, we know it's not going to work, so we're going to have to do it this way. And if you don't agree with it, and the doctor say, well, she doesn't want us to change it, so let's do it the way, it was originally supposed to be done. Now she dead, or she unalive. Sorry, excuse me. She's unalive now because she didn't want to go with the change. Change can be so good sometimes. A lot of people scared to change because they so used to the people catering to their I don't even know what to call it, but they so used to people catering to them when they're miserable or playing victim. Change has to happen. It has to happen. Could you imagine if the world never changed? Could you imagine if we were still on cell phones? We'll be walking around like this. Yeah, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah. If change never happened, we will be walking around with cell phones that hit our shoulders. And I don't know who's old enough on here, who's not, but we had the pages. Technology changed a lot. I don't like all the technology that changed, because I remember walking into a store and just getting a paper application, filling it out, going on about my business. Now you got to log on. They want you to download your resume, and then in the same process of downloading your resume, they want you to turn around and fill out your job history. Well, what I download my resume for if I still got to fill out this job stuff? So some changes I don't like. I'm not even going to tell you no story, but some changes are good. Let's see what else says. Some people need to get out of their comfort zone in order for them to grow. That's definitely true. A lot of people need to get out of their comfort zone in order for them to grow. But the sad part is that a lot of people are so comfortable in their comfort zone that they won't change it because they're afraid and they're used to things. Like, the first day I left Virginia was in 2003. That was my first time ever leaving Virginia. And I left Virginia because I was uncomfortable. Even though I was familiar with Virginia, I grew up there. I knew VA to the best of my ability. That was my home. That I knew how to maneuver around in Virginia. But I wasn't comfortable in Virginia. I needed change. So what did I do? I packed up my 2 little children and I got up out of Virginia. I had 2 and I was pregnant with my baby boy, and I left Virginia and I went to Alabama. I stayed in Alabama for about a year. I said, I don't like Alabama. So what I did, I made a change. So if you don't like something, but you're not willing to change it, there's no need to complain about it. A lot of us right now are complaining about a circumstance that we're facing or a situation that's happening, and we're not willing to change, but we're willing to complain. We spend a lot of time in complaining, but we don't spend no time in changing. So if you need change and you need to get out your comfort zone, just do it. Don't look back. And don't be like, oh, I ain't gonna be able to make it out there because I'm so used to this. That's the problem. You're so used to things. You'll never know how great you're gonna be if you staying right in the same spot. Who knows if I would have ever been doing motivational videos had I stayed in Virginia and never left Virginia. I experienced a lot of stuff. I experienced a lot of hardships. But the change and me wanting to be positive and show up for people is what made me change. I had to change my mind on a lot of things, but it's okay because the more I change, the more I grow, and the more I grow, the more I become a better person. And the more I become a better person, the more I'm able to help other people who want to grow and who want to change, because I know what it's like to change. I'm not afraid to change. Let's see what Lay said. They asked for your resume and then still want you to put your work history, bring back. Oh, please bring back the paper. I'm so tired of going in there and taking a 30-minute assessment. And then y'all be tricking us with these same old questions. Y'all just ask them a different kind of way. So now we over here trying to figure out if we answer this question the right way. And now I'm like, you know what? I don't even care no more. You done lost interest because you don't care. I could tell you a funny story in a second. Let's see what BG said. Not like a VA much, so making changes to exit. Girl, yes, get up out of VA. Don't look back. When you run from VA, don't even look back. Just look back to wave at it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. I'm gonna tell you a funny story about me and Lay. We went to this job. And on the job, the paper clearly said, do not lie. Answer the questions truthfully. When I tell you me and my daughter answer those questions with nothing but lies, they said, have you ever been late somewhere before? No. Like some of the questions was, the interview questions and stuff they ask you. Have you ever been fired? No. Like we literally just told nothing but lies on that paper. So when we took the paper back to them, we trying to figure out why we failed. And we failed because we lied. And they knew we lied. So we had to go back and tell the truth. And I'm thinking in the process of us telling the truth, I really don't know what happened with the job. I think one of the people tried to say Lay had some THC in her system. And we know Alasia is not having no THC in her system. She's not about to have any kind of drugs in her system. Lay said, one question said, have you ever lied? Oh, she definitely said no. And when she said no, it was an instant fail. Like they was reading us for us to see if we was gonna lie, and of course we lied. So, but that's what we do on applications. we don't. They ask you, have you ever been fired before? And if you tell them yes, they're gonna want to know what for. And then when you tell them why you got fired, then they're gonna look up. They're gonna look at you like, yeah, we can't trust you. We can't trust you because if you got fired, and everybody who knows me know that I'm working on change, because I'm working on change so hard, because the old me would have went ham on a lot of people. I'm talking about went ham, like from the Rudy to the Tootie. And when I say curse people out, my mouth was always ready to go. And don't let me get on that phone and send a text message, because now I got time to write it. So now I got time to think about what I'm saying, because when you mad, you're not really thinking, you're just saying some stuff. But when you text it, it's a different vibe when you just, like when you on that phone and you just, oh my God. So, but I'm changing though. I have gotten a lot better. I can use some more, but I've gotten a lot better. Let's see what Lay said. Lay said, I almost went off on that man. Oh yes, because Lay had ate some poppy seeds, and the poppy seeds showed up in her system as if she was smoking that good. But we know our ladies are not smoking nothing. Let's see what Elle said. Elle said, let's be real. Who's really out here being 100% truthful on those applications and interviews? Definitely not me. And this is live for the record, so April Fools, I always be telling the truth on my job applications. I've been at my jobs for 13 years. Yeah, and I own a jet. I have 2 mansions in LA. And I own my own business. Social media is one of the places where people really collide. They'll sell you a dream on social media. Let's see what they said. Lesson: live in your truth. Definitely live in your truth. If you do nothing else, live in your truth. Live in your truth. Let's see. Tay said these jobs need to mind their business and pay me. They really do. I don't know why they be in our business so much. Like, I came here to work. I didn't come here for you to know all my business. Why you need to know everything? Talk about what's your social media. I'm not telling you my social media. I might have went to Topsy Tuesdays, that I might have made some extra cash on the side, because y'all not giving me no bonus or no raise. So y'all need to know what I got going on. They be all in your business. They want to know everything. Go down to the food stamp office, and they be like, so you got any money in your bank account? If I did, I wouldn't be applying for food stamp. Now, come on, now just give me. I didn't come here for all that. I came here to get food stamps and to eat, and you ain't here worrying about if I got money in my bank. No, I don't have nothing in my account. My account, matter of fact, is negative 175. Are you gonna give me 175 to make my account positive? No, you're not. So why are you asking me about what's in my account? Just give me my food stamps. That's all you need to know. Give me my stamps and go on about your business, lady. I want to know everything. What kind of car you drive? I took the bus. Man, well, how did you get money for the bus if you don't have money in your account? Lady, either you're going to give me some food stamps, or you're going to just go on because you're getting too personal. How many baby daddies you have? I don't got no baby daddies. Starks brought my kids to me. I don't even know how I even got these children. They just showed up. Now, can I put these children that came on my front step on this food stamp application that I'm trying to get some food stamps for? Why you keep asking me all these other questions? I'm just being funny, y'all. I'm just taking a minute out to the show. We're going back to change. Let's see what BG said. LOL. Especially if you are a writer. Oh yes, I love texting. I will listen. Sometimes people ask me to text for them because I know how to text. I know how to word some things. And that's why I have to be careful, because when you in text mode, it comes out different. Because when you're angry, you're just going to say whatever comes to mind. And sometimes what comes to mind isn't always good. And at least if you text it, you can make sense of what you was about to say. Because that's what I know I have to work on. But I'm grateful for change. So if y'all grateful for change, tell me something about yourself in the chat that I can read that you proud about, that you changed from. Because a lot of us definitely can celebrate ourselves if we know that we changed. So if you worked on something about yourself and you did something and you're proud about it, share it in the comments if you want people to know, and I'll read it out loud if that's what you want. Because we in here to grow and celebrate each other and build each other up and hold each other accountable. Because I don't want nobody around me that's going to let me get away with everything. And my daughter for sure don't let me get away with everything. I'd be trying to. She not about to let me. That's one thing she not about to do. So if you want me to talk about your story, chat it. I said chat it. Type it in the comment section, and I will read it out loud, and we will talk about your moment when you decided you needed change. Because some of us are struggling because we're afraid. We're afraid of what people are going to say. We're afraid what people are going to do. We're afraid how people are going to look at us. And a lot of people be trying to convert over to the Christianity life or the religion life. And they are so afraid because I don't know why people think when you turn your life over to the Lord, you have to just live like a hermit crab. Like, you just can't have fun. Yes, you got to turn loose some of the things that you enjoyed, the partying and things of that nature. You do have to turn loose some things, but you can still have fun. You don't have to just go in the house and just put on a whole nun outfit and just close yourself off to the world. Let's see what Lay said. I did more self-care this week. I'm always being pulled every which way and not pouring into myself, so I'm proud of that. I am proud of you too, Tay. That is beautiful because it takes a lot to acknowledge that about yourself. It takes a lot to hold yourself accountable. It takes a lot to realize some things about yourself that you can work on. Self-care is one of the hardest things that a lot of us struggle with because we don't know how to apply self-care because we're always trying to care for everybody else except self. So when you take the step to apply self-care, that's a big, huge accomplishment, and I want to tell you that I am definitely proud of you. If you can, leave some clapping emojis in the chat for Tay, and let's celebrate Tay because she made a big step, and we want to celebrate each and every one of you in here. So if you can, y'all go ahead and shout out Tay, and y'all leave some clapping emojis in there, and let's celebrate my girl. Proud of you, proud of you. Let's see what BG said. When the drugs were killing me. Yes, I am. That, when I tell you, that's a very beautiful moment because a lot of people don't even understand that to get addicted on any kind of drug, I don't care what kind of drug it is. It could be a narco, a pill. It can be anything. But when you find that strength to walk away from those drugs and realize that you have more to life to offer yourself and to offer those around you, and you can look back at your life and you can see where your life is going, and you just saying these drugs not for me. So I want y'all to definitely give BG a round of applause because she made a great accomplishment by walking away. And she went through her little downfall for a second, but she's showing up and she's showing out. She even have her own non-profit organization that we are going to push that as well. So we're going to go ahead and get together so we can start pushing Koji care packs. I want y'all to go ahead and do the same thing for BG. Go ahead in the comments, celebrate BG, put them clap marks up in there and celebrate her because that's a huge accomplishment. And we are definitely here to celebrate, and I'm so proud of you. So go ahead and put those claps in the chat. I am proud. I am proud. Yes. Yes. We are proud. We are so excited just to celebrate you guys. It takes a lot, and I'm I'm just grateful that I'm here to be able to celebrate it with you guys. So that is definitely a blessing. Yes, y'all. Y'all show out for BG, okay? Let's see what Lay said. I've learned not to let anyone define me. I used to care so much about people's opinion. I know that I'm the author and no one can write my story but me. It's helped me. It's helped my depression so much. Woo! Now listen here, girl. Now you know that takes a lot of work. Especially when you can acknowledge that you are depressed, because a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that they are depressed. They'd rather sit and gloat and make everybody else feel sorry for them. So to take that and realize that you matter more than everybody, and everybody's opinion about you has nothing to do with who you are and who you are about to become, and you took that and you realized that that's what you're going to focus on, yourself, and not the opinion of others, because everybody is entitled to an opinion, but that don't mean you have to accept it. When people give you bad energy, you can reject it. You do not have to receive it. So for Lay to go ahead and take her story and started to be the own author for her story and stop lending people her pen and let people write her story for her, and she took back her story and she's the author of her story, y'all know that takes care. So y'all do the same thing for Lay. Go ahead and clap in these comments. Represent for Lay. That takes courage. Y'all know y'all know we proud of her too. So go ahead and clap in those comments for her. And I am so excited, and I'm just grateful that all of you guys have made some huge changes. And a lot of you guys are definitely walking in your change, and people can definitely see that you're changing. That takes accomplishment. So again, y'all go ahead and drop the claps down for Lay. Go ahead and let Lay know you proud of her as well. We are definitely here to celebrate one another. We're not here to put people down. We're not here to make people feel no type of way. We are here to encourage one another, and we have to clap for ourselves as well. So while you're down there clapping for everybody else, make sure you clap for yourself, because that takes courage. I'm gonna tell y'all what one of my biggest changes were too, because everybody in here personally knows me. So everybody who knows me know that I'm quick to change my scenery. Quick. Okay, as soon as something goes wrong, I'm talking about it goes wrong, I'll be like, oh, time to go. Packing up. Y'all, I don't know if y'all ever seen The Color Purple, but when they was in the bar and the fight was about to start and they started packing up and said, oh, it's time to go. That was me. I was always ready to run. I was always ready to just take off and just get to the next level. I just moved back to Vegas in December because I let a situation make me bitter, and I decided to run instead of facing it head on. So now, here I am in Vegas. I've been back since December, and a lot of things been hitting me. It been hitting me left and right. And in the process of everything hitting me, I'm still here. I ain't pack up a bag. I ain't even have a thought to leave. I didn't do what I normally do and sit down and start talking to my daughter and like, girl, I don't think, well, I did talk to her. Normally when I talk to her, I usually start making plans after that. So let me correct myself. But even though I've made some accusations on myself about leaving, I didn't leave. I'm still here in Vegas. I'm doing my YouTube lives every Wednesday. I'm posting my content. I'm doing a lot of shorts. So I changed the way I look at myself. Because a lot of people, they look down on me because of my lifestyle and how I used to be and what I used to do. So I'm proud of myself because I changed my view of myself. Not what others think of me, not how others feel about me, but myself. And that's something that I'm proud of. So I'm clapping for myself, because if anybody know me, y'all know it takes courage for me to sit down. And I'm sitting down. I'm here. Let's see. BG said, proud of you, Lay. She can't clap. Can't see her janks. But that's okay. We still clapping, girl. We still clapping. Let's see what Elle said. Elle said, one of my biggest changes will be when I learned to leave people behind when they were an anchor rather than my supporter. And now I got a great community who supports me and uplifts me every day. Now I'm going to tell you, that's something to definitely be proud of too, because a lot of the times we don't want to leave people behind. We want to bring everybody with us, and everybody cannot go with us. We cannot bring everybody with us, because if we did, our ship will sail to the bottom. We will be down there with Patrick and SpongeBob and Sandy and Mr. Krabs. We will be in Bikini Bottom if we try to make everybody go with us. So when you leave people behind, that's a very big accomplishment. That's something to be proud of, because we know we don't like to leave people, but when people get left and you still pushing and you're not even looking back to try to reach your hand out for these people, that is definitely a great accomplishment. So everybody, again, y'all go ahead in these comments, y'all clap it up for Els. Y'all celebrate him and congratulate him, because everybody is making some changes. And when I tell you, these changes are definitely going to be something that we're going to look back on later on. And we're going to be so grateful that we decided to make the change and we wasn't afraid. And even if we're afraid to change, we definitely are going to make smaller steps so we can make that change. So if you already knowing that you can change, and you change something about yourself that had you so scared, that lets you know that you can do great things. You can go above and beyond. You can do whatever it is you set your mind to. You can accomplish the world. You can do so many things in your life when you know that you can definitely change something. So if you sitting here on this live right now, you sitting here because you changed everything about yourself that was a problem with you, not what other people have a problem with, because people are always going to have a problem with you, regardless of what. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you act. You could be walking out here and never did anything to somebody, never wronged a person a day in their lives, but they are still going to find something about you to not like. So you cannot, I repeat, you cannot worry about what other people have to say about you. Every change that you make it be a change because you wanted it to be a change, not because somebody demanded change. I don't demand change anymore. I can't sit here and say I never did, because a lot of my relationships, and I can hold myself accountable, a lot of my relationships failed because I tried to change people. Like, when you accept somebody in their character of who they are, you accepted them just like that. And if y'all didn't have a boundary conversation in the beginning, remember, you accepted them with no boundaries, which means they're not going to respect your boundaries, and you're not going to respect their boundaries because you accepted them in that manner. So the moment they start doing stuff that's making you feel some type of way or irritating you, and now you want to go ham, and now you want to try to make them change, and now you have to take the mirror and look at yourself and ask yourself, why am I trying to make this person change when I accepted this person like this? And I see that this person don't want to change. This person has absolutely no intentions on changing, and I'm still with them, and I'm still complaining, and I'm still crying, but I'm not making the effort within myself. Because sometimes you got to change yourself. Because when you start changing yourself, you best believe that people around you either going to fall in line or they're going to fall out of line. So a lot of the time, you don't even have to do nothing. Only thing you have to do is show yourself that you can do it. Change is scary. Change is very, very scary. It is. It's scary because nobody knows what the outcome is going to be. But you won't know the outcome if you never do it. You have to at least give it a try. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt to believe in your heart, mind, body, and soul, deep down in your spirit, that no matter what people do or what people say, you are going to make that change. You don't got time to be sitting around here worried about everybody else that's not changing. Get them the fingers and keep going. Sometimes you gotta love people from afar. I understand that, I love people. And a lot of people don't get me because I'm gonna tell you something right now. If I feel something off of my spirit, I don't care if you like it or not. I'm changing it. I'm gonna change it. I'm going to change. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in now, because my spirit didn't feel right. And I changed my mind. And that person couldn't grasp the concept of me changing my mind and not wanting to do something that I felt in my spirit. I've been through a lot of stuff. And a lot of the stuff was self-inflicted because I decided to go against the grain and do what I knew was wrong. And a lot of people, y'all not going to hold yourselves accountable. But let me tell you, a lot of my situations, I'm not saying that they should have happened. I'm not saying that. Because people are going to be people. People are going to do what they're going to do. But a lot of things I could have avoided if I would have went with my first instinct. So when I feel something in my spirit, I don't care if it's going to affect the other person. I apologize for making the other person feel a lack of inconvenience. So I made the other person feel a certain type of way. That wasn't my intentions. But my intentions was to go with my spirit, and my spirit said no. And when I tell you, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something that's going to smack y'all in the face, because it's going to smack me in the face. You have to remain in your season. Do not try to change your season to fit the life that you want, because a lot of the times the life that we want is not the life that we're destined to have. If you in a season of healing, stay in that season. Don't try to go off and change it. Don't try to go off and be like, all right, I'm going to try to see if I can rig it up a little bit. Like, I'm going to heal, but in the process of me healing, I'm going to try to stay in the place where I'm hurt. Like, I know this person hurt me, or I know this situation hurt me. I know it destroyed me a little bit, but I'm going to stay here because I feel like I need to be over here. No. If your season is telling you to heal, stay in that season. Don't try to change it. My season is telling me, Katrina, a.k.a. Queen Motivation, stay single. Don't look for nobody, because when it's time, they're going to come. But they can't come if you're not ready. And I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm not. My flesh might be ready. My mind might be a little ready, but my heart, my spirit is not ready. So I'm in a season of singleness, and I'm supposed to be working on staying single, but I'm on dating websites. So when I get on a dating website and I meet an individual that can't take no for an answer, and I say I don't want to meet you for whatever the case may have you, and I apologize for even giving you the idea of me coming to meet you, and then I change it at the last minute, I apologize. Because at the end of the day, we do have to consider other people's feelings when we making these decisions. And a lot of the times we don't consider other people's feelings, so we just go with our own flow of things. Communication is big. But I did communicate, regardless of if it was 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever the case may have you. I let the individual know I'm not coming through. I don't trust it. I don't feel right in my spirit. I'm not going through with it. And when I tell you, if you go out of your season, you are going to feel the shift. And you are going to feel that you stepped out of your season. And now you're sitting here and you're trying to figure out, what am I going to do? Stay in your season. Stop trying to change that. Change everything else, but do not change your season. Leave your season alone. So if your season is getting money, get your money. But don't change and look down on other people. If your season is healing, get your healing. But don't make other people feel bad. If your season is being redirected into a whole new lifestyle, go ahead and redirect yourself into a lifestyle. But don't down people because they're not going where you're going. If your season is changing everything about you, change everything about you. And don't care about nobody else. Because the moment you step out of your season, bad things start to happen. And I know God protects the fools, but that don't mean we got to go out here and be one. Especially if you know better. Let me see what Tay said. Oof. This means I try to control everything and rush the process. It be given, can we skip to the good part? I'm going to send you a T.D. Jakes sermon. And I want you to watch it because I watched the T.D. Jakes sermon and then I sent it to Des. That sermon was powerful because that sermon is going to talk about everything that you just said, Tay. The process cannot be rushed. Because anytime you rush something, it's not going to go as planned. You cannot rush the process. You have to let the process take its course. You have to let whatever is happening in your life happen. If it's not making you break, shake, or lose your breath, you have to let it happen. You cannot control the situation when it's brought to you, presented to you from God himself. There's things that we have control over and there's things we don't. And if your life is in a season that's telling you to be still, then be still. Because if you move too fast, you're going to miss the mark. And when you miss the mark, you're going to have to start all over again. And every time you start all over, the cycles don't start from resume. Like when you go in there and you watching something good on Netflix and you have to go and use the bathroom and you go in there and you hit resume and it picks right back up. That's not how life works. If you walk away from your lifestyle, your season that you're supposed to be in, it's going to start over. The cycle is going to start over. And when it starts over, it's going to set you backwards. Excuse me. We're not here to be set backwards. We're here to change. So the forceful change is forcing yourself out of old habits and bad habits and changing yourself into good habits. A lot of us, we swear nothing is wrong with us. But if somebody brings something to you out the kindness of their heart, don't reject it. But if they come to you on some negative stuff, then yes, you can reject that. You don't have to receive negativity. But if somebody comes to you and they love you and they genuine about what they say and they genuine about what they do, receive it. Because that means they want the best for you. I don't have time to be trying to please everybody. I don't have the patience and I don't have the energy. I don't have the time to be trying to take on all these tasks that I used to. I don't have the time. So if you're coming in my life, you better come correct. If you're coming in my life, you better come and be ready for what I'm ready for. Because if you're not ready for what I'm ready for, then we're not ready. Because I'm not about to support somebody who don't want to be supported. I'm not about to encourage somebody who don't want to be encouraged. I will encourage you behind the scenes, but I won't bring it to your face. I will support you behind the scenes, but I will not support you in your face. I will love you behind the scenes, and I will not love you in your face if you're not ready, because I'm not about to waste my hard work of healing myself to let somebody come into my life who's not healed and who don't want to heal and who don't want to change to come into my life and cause me to resort back to the old person I used to be. The old person that I used to be, I don't like her. Me and her can't be friends no more. We can't date. We can't hang out. We can't talk to each other. We can't have secrets. We can't hold hands. Me and her broke up a long time ago, and every once in the blue moon, she finds herself coming back. Like, girl, I know you miss me. I do, but I don't. Because what I miss is the fact that I thought I was enjoying her. But when I realized what I was enjoying was things that was poured to my spirit and poured to my soul, and it wasn't giving me anything good or anything positive, I realized I didn't need her no more. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like temptations don't arise, because temptations do arise. And that's why a lot of us have to fight harder, because some of us, we give in like that. And I used to give in like this. Temptation, that was me. I give in like this. But ever since I started working on myself, now I'm open to letting people know ahead of time. I said no. I don't care how they feel, if they're offended, because I'm not about to let somebody offend me for making a decision that's going to benefit me. So if y'all sitting around here worried about how y'all going to affect other people's feelings, y'all better check your own feelings first. Because don't be doing all that. Change is part of growth. Elle said change is part of growth. It is. Lay said people, things, and situations will only change if it wants to. You can't force it. Hard pill to swallow sometimes. Listen. Y'all better leave people behind. Stop trying to change these people. Because you're giving yourself a headache. Because you know these people not changing. I don't care what you say, what you do. I don't care about none of that. These people not changing for whatever reason. Maybe they haven't gotten to their season of change yet. Maybe their season is still something else. And if you above that season, you can't be hanging around this. It's not going to work. You can't be hanging around people whose season is not where your season at. And we all in different seasons. But if you're in the season of healing, you can't be hanging with somebody who hasn't reached their season of healing yet. Because that means they're not healed. And every moment they get to destroy you mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, all that, they got a job to do. So they're going to do it. They're going to do what they were set out to do. People come in your life for two reasons. They're either going to be a blessing or they're going to be a lesson. So how do you want these people in your life? You want these people to be your lesson? Or you want these people to be your blessing? Because a lot of the time we sit up here and we keep on letting all these lessons happen and praying to God about a blessing. God don't bless no mess. And a lot of us are the mess that we asking God to bless. Lay said, I've been doing a lot of praying for this clarity and guidance because I want a change. This was right on time. OMG, got my allergies acting up. Take some Benadryl, girl. Yes, because change is inevitable. It has to happen. It may not happen when you want it to happen, but it has to happen. And change does not happen overnight, but effort does. People always say, well, I ain't going to change overnight. No, you're not. You're not going to change overnight. It's the effort you put into changing. When people make an effort to change, then change is going to happen in them because they're making an effort. But some people change for a moment. You know why they change for a moment? Because they change just enough for you to get swallowed right back into their same behavior and their same patterns. And before you know it, you just looking like, I thought he changed. I thought she changed. For a moment. Because the person who really going to change, they're going to keep they're going to keep working on that little effort to change. Like, y'all don't know how hard it is. Ooh. Y'all don't know how hard it is for me to fight some things in me. I'm gonna break some, because I always go into my own personal life. But listen, let me tell y'all something. When I was sexually assaulted, I developed a mindset. And in the mindset I developed, if I go into a room with a man, I'm obligated to give this man, I'm obligated to give this man sex. Because that's the mindset that I had. And I will always put myself in some tacky situations because I always felt like I was obligated to do certain things and go certain places. And when I tell y'all that the things that I used to do to please my flesh and didn't think I needed to change, because in my mind I was fine, but I wasn't fine. I was struggling. I was fighting a battle. And when I tell y'all to change, for me to recognize my patterns, and for me to realize that if I don't change the way I react to certain things, to certain situations, I can no longer be here on earth. Because there's going to be a time when I can put myself in a situation where somebody might take advantage of me and I will never see y'all again. And I love y'all so much that I will not put myself in that situation no more. And that's why, again, I say I changed my mind last night to go see this individual because my spirit said no. And when I tell you God revealed to me why my spirit said no, it showed. It showed. So I'm telling y'all right now, you have got to realize in your life that if you don't start making changes, people are going to leave you. People are going to love you less. People are going to let you go through whatever you're going to go through because you have to get to that place in life where you are ready to change. And sometimes isolation is the best thing in the world. Sometimes it feels so good to be alone because you get to deal with yourself. You don't got to worry about everybody else dealing with you. You get to deal with yourself. And when you deal with yourself, you can see things clearer. You can't deal with yourself when everybody around you all in your ear and everybody got something to say and everybody just all over the place and you can't work in the atmosphere like that. So you have to isolate yourself. I don't care if you love her. I don't care if you love him. If they ain't changing, you gotta let them go. You can't force change on nobody. You cannot force change on nobody. And if you think for 1 second that you can change a person that don't want to change themselves, you are fooling yourself. Because if that person not even changing for themselves, what make you think you got the power to change them? They don't even want to change for themselves. And they see themselves as a problem. There's people who see themselves as a problem. And they will not admit to it. They're going to pass judgment. They're going to pass judgment because now they want to play victim. Now they want to point out fingers, manipulate you into believing you the bad guy because you're trying to get them to change. And then they're going to tell everybody else this version of you because they want people to think that you are the problem when the whole time they are the problem. I've been the problem in my relationships. I'm not even going to tell you no story. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like all my relationships failed because of the people. I've been the problem in my relationship. I got a mouthpiece on me. Sometimes I don't know when to be quiet. My last relationship taught me some things about myself that I didn't even think was a problem. You hear me? I'm quick to go off with the mouth. I'm like, first of all, you don't even know. Now I'm sitting back and I have to really think now before I speak. I didn't used to think. Now I still say a little stuff, but not as bad as it used to be. And I don't curse no more, so everything comes out as calm and as collective as it can be. So stop trying to force change on people. Worry about changing yourself. Because the moment you change yourself, these people are going to change anyway. If they see they're getting left behind, they're going to change. If they don't care about being left behind, they're not going to change. But that's not your responsibility to try to change these people. That's not your job. Your job is to love a person. Not to be their mom and they got a mom and they got a dad. They don't need a second mother and a second father. Because if that's the case, they would have been born your child. And we all know that you ain't got no business trying to be somebody's mama and somebody's daddy if they not your child. So your job is to love these individuals. And sometimes you can love a person. Sometimes you can love a person into changing if they really want to. Sometimes you can love a person right into realizing that they jacked up. They like, oh my God, I'm the messed up one. Cause he fine. She fine. I'm the problem. And the moment you start recognizing that you can possibly be the problem, it makes you want to change. Cause nobody likes a problem. Nobody. I don't even problematic people don't like problems. You know why they get mad? Cause somebody caused the problem. But they got a problem with somebody causing the problem. Nobody likes problems. And if you like problems, you're telling stories. Cause like I said, you can go and a bully is a problem. But when somebody start bullying that bully don't like that. The bully don't want to be bullied. The bully want to do all the bullying. So again, nobody likes a problem. I don't like problems. I don't like people to bring me problems. I don't like to cause problems. Sometimes I do cause problems, but it's not intentionally. But at the end of the day, I can apologize and I can hold myself accountable. So we not about to sit here and start pointing little fingers. And we not about to sit here and be trying to make excuses for people. Because you either going to change or you're not. Point blank, period. It's no in between. Well, I was going to change, but if you put a but in that change, you ain't changing. You just saying what sounds good. And you saying what everybody want to hear. And people will wait until they see you almost done with them to try to run and do and then change. The moment you finna walk away from a job, a person, a relationship, a marriage, or whatever the case may have you, now they want to run with all this change. Where was this change at in the beginning when I loved you? Because I don't love you no more. I don't need you no more. I don't need this job no more. I don't need any of that anymore. When I was asking for the change, you didn't want it. Now that I'm done, now here you come. I still don't want it. Because now I feel like it's forced and it's fake. And I don't want fake change, and I don't want fake love. You could walk into a store with a counterfeit bill. You sure can, because it looks real, right? But you guarantee when you go up to that counter, you try to swipe that little dollar, them little $100. Yeah, you're gonna be going down. And you're gonna get a little time behind them bars, and you're gonna be in there thinking about change. Cause you're gonna have plenty of time to think about change. So don't bring me no counterfeit love. I don't want that. I can't do anything with counterfeit love. I can't spend it. I can't enjoy it. I can't love it. I can't do nothing with counterfeit love. Don't bring me counterfeit friendships. I can't do anything with counterfeit anything. Only thing I can do is look at it because it looked nice. But I can't do nothing with it. I don't want something I can't do nothing with. So if you're dealing with some counterfeit whatever, give it back because you don't need it. Let's see what else said. Them silent battles be the strongest ones too. So there's a lot of people that's suffering in silence because I used to suffer in silence for a nice little minute. And the reason why I suffered in silence is because I was afraid to be myself. I was afraid to tell people that I was going through stuff because the people that I hung around. When you hang around people that make you feel bad, you are going to suffer in silence because you can't tell these people how you feel. A lot of men can't even be emotional because the moment they show emotions, they homeboys, man, you soft. Man, you know the words that I'm not going to say. But you know what they tie that in. The moment a man show their emotions. And that's pretty terrible because a lot of men suffer in silence because they can't be themselves because they're going to get judged. Ain't nobody going to want to hear a sob story from a man. Don't nobody want to hear that a man got raped. Don't nobody want to hear that a man was abused, domestic violence, because everybody act like men can't go through stuff. That's why it's a lot of damaged, broken, emotionally disconnected men out here. Because they really can't be themselves. Women, we could break down in the middle of the freeway and somebody, oh my God, everything's okay. Well, you good? Everything, you need help? A man could break down in the middle of the freeway. Everybody drive past him. Like, I wonder what he crying for. Girl probably left him. They make jokes. That man crying. He probably crying because, like, whatever they say, it's always jokes about when a man cry. Man, that man over there crying. His baby mama probably left him or something. That man, what are you crying for? A men are emotional too. They just can't show it. So them silent battles, them the ones that be whipping you because you can't talk about it. So you put on a persona or an act. A lot of us smiling, not even happy for real. We just, hey, how you doing? You all right? You good? All right, all right, all right. Yes. Hey, how you doing? And be in the bathroom somewhere, breaking down. Y'all need to figure out how to be happy. And happiness don't come from everybody else. It don't come from material things. It don't come from how you look in the mirror. Happiness is something from the inside. You got to be happy with or without. These people out here ain't got no shoulders, no arms, no elbows, no legs, no feet. They just out here just hopping around through life. And they just as happy as they want to be. Homeless people be more happier than people who got everything. But you really do need to figure out what it is about yourself that you need to change. What you want to change. Because some of us know we need it. And we need it bad. I'm still working on changing my road rage because I didn't get there yet. I mean, I've gotten a little better, but I ain't get there yet. So change, baby. Change gotta happen. It has to happen. So y'all tell me something else about you proud of, or talk to me about somebody that you wish you can help change, but you don't know how to do it. You don't know what to do. How do you help them change? Because I want to see all of you grow. I want to see each and every one of y'all change. I want to see you guys in the next 6 months from now just excited. Like, whoo, yes. Oh my God. I'm so glad I made that change that night. I'm so glad I changed my mind. Some of y'all want to go back to school. Y'all ready to make a change in life, but y'all scared. Don't be scared. Face them challenges head on. Them challenges can't do nothing to you. Only they can do is make you better. So y'all, let's get ready to change. Let's get ready to rumble. Because we about to do this. We about to see ourselves in the limelight like, yeah. They thought I wasn't going to change, but I did. You heard Tamala Mann's song, Change Me, Your God. Change me. I want to be changed. I don't want to be the same. Because a lot of us don't even like who we are, but we don't want to change because we worry about everybody else. And if you spend your days worried about everybody else, you're going to be stuck in that same place for the rest of your life. Because you don't want to make no improvements on changing. And I want to see everybody change. I really do. Let's see what Tay said. I'm trying to change how I respond to things. I get snappy a lot from just being impatient and frustrated, and it shows in how I interact with people. I want to say that a lot of times that's a trigger moment. So it's something in you that's making you trigger, that's triggering that emotion. So I automatically want to snap. And then it could be the people you're around. Because sometimes you could be in a calm state, and the moment certain people come around, it's an instant trigger to irritate you, or to make you mad, or to make you upset. And if you get an instant trigger from the people you're around, and it ain't no good trigger, I'm telling you right now that you need to remove yourself from these people, because that means these people got bad energy. Let's see what Tay said. I'm excited for the new journey. I'm just ready to lock in and push away all the distractions. Well, I'm going to tell you something about that. You have to learn how to handle yourself in the distractions. Because distractions are everywhere. We cannot get away from distractions. You just have to figure out how to focus yourself in your distractions. Because distractions is going to be everywhere. You could be in the library, you could be reading a book, and a kid can come over there and accidentally knock your phone off the desk. Now, we know this kid ain't mean to knock that phone down, but guess what? It irritated us. You know why? It's a trigger, because there's a deeper emotion happening within you that's causing you to react in a very snappy way. So a lot of the times, I'm telling you, just when something makes you mad or irritates you, I want you to write it down and process it. Because you're entitled to have your emotions. You're entitled to feel however you want to feel. But then you have to dissect it. And you have to process it. And you have to ask yourself, why did this situation make me upset? Why did I react the way I reacted? Why did this person have enough energy to make me react the way that I reacted? Like, you have to process your emotion when you going through something. You have to deal with the situation right then and there. Don't wait till you get home to try to process it, because it's not even going to be the same thing, because now you got to process something else. So when something happens to you right there in that moment, deal with that emotion. A lot of people be wanting to cry. They get that feeling like they want to cry, and they don't cry. When I get that feeling I want to cry, I be I'm talking about, I'm gonna let it out, because that means something in me is trying to get out. And if it's trying to get out and I'm holding it in, that means I'm suppressing whatever it is that's bothering me. So the next moment somebody do something to me, that inner feeling that I was feeling, I'm gonna take it out on the next person, because I didn't deal with whatever was bothering me in that moment. So the hardest thing in the world is for all of us to live with a focused mindset in a world full of distractions. Because a lot of us don't understand that sometimes we the distraction in our own life. We are definitely the distractions in our own life. And a lot of us are in our own way. And a lot of us are attracting what we really feel about ourselves. A lot of these relationships that we in, those be our inner thoughts. And that's why we get to looking at people sideways, like, dang, that's something I probably would have did, or something I would have said. Because that person is attached to a version of you that no longer exists. So a lot of the times when we in these unhealthy relationships or these unhealthy situationships or whatever you want to call it, it's because that person, if you irritated with that person or feeling some type of way about that person, then you definitely are attached to that person from an old part of you. Like, there's a part of you that reminds you, that person reminds you of an older part of you. Because when you start elevating and you start growing, you start looking at people different. You even start choosing your relationships different. Because we date people based off of what we think we deserve, not what we know we deserve. Oh, well, I ain't got my life together, so I might as well date somebody who ain't got their life together too. So that way we both cannot have our life together, and neither one of us is going to grow. Neither one of us is going to get nowhere, and I'm going to get tired of him. I'm going to be looking at him trying to figure out what he's doing with his life, and I'm going to want to be doing something with my life. But because he's not doing something with his life, I don't want to get ahead of him and make him feel bad because I'm actually trying to do something and he's not. So I'm going to stay right here with him because this is what I deserve. Stop telling yourself that. You deserve exactly what you know you deserve. And you don't deserve somebody in your life that's not making you comfortable or making you excited to be around them. And I'm not just talking about relationships. I keep saying I'm talking about friends too. Because a lot of us have friends that we look at sideways like, why are we even friends? Because they don't bring nothing to your life. When people don't bring nothing to your life, it's a waste. You just got people space taking. Like, they just taking up your space for no reason. My circle is so small now. I can count on one hand. because I don't need an entourage around me. I just need genuine people around me. I don't need 13 people to feel love. I just need the people that show me that I'm loved. I don't need to feel nothing. I need to know. They said when you start processing, you start reacting differently. Yes, you do start reacting differently because now you're able to deal with the situation in a different limelight. Because normally, a lot of us, our first reaction is anger. Our first reaction is anger. We just, ugh. But if you sit down and be like, okay, so I was mad today. Why was you mad? Why was I mad today? Okay, I was mad because such and such did such and such. Well, why did what such and such did to me make me upset? Like, when you start processing things, you definitely do deal with it differently. Like, people can't even make you as mad as they used to. They just like, I can't get to her like I used to. So change is inevitable, you guys. You have to change. We have 10 minutes left on the live, and the only thing I want to just push off is change. But not trying to change other people, but changing yourself. Sometimes you have to change yourself right there, smack in the middle of your circumstance. Because sometimes your circumstances is not going to change. So that means you just have to know how to change yourself in the midst of your circumstances. I'm in the midst of a storm right now. I'm just like, oh, Lord. But I can't let the storm change me. I have to change the storm by the way I react. I'm not about to let nothing take me down, because who am I to make myself feel like I can't get ahead in life? I know I can get ahead in life. So if I know, it don't matter what nobody else thinks, because I know where I'm going in life. And that's why it's very important to change. Change your surroundings, change your friends, change your boyfriends, change the way you dress, change the way you eat. Whatever's going to make your life better, change it. Because you're changing for the good. And I can't wait. Matter of fact, I want everybody to write down one thing about themselves that they want to change. Just one. Because you work on one thing at a time. Write down one thing that you want to change about yourself. And every time a situation is presented to you, and it has a lot to do with that one thing you wrote down on that paper, I want you to break it down on that paper. So when you start breaking it down and how you react and how you do things differently, look back on this day and say, on this day I wanted to change how I talk to people. And do that. And come back. When we come back next Wednesday, I'm gonna ask y'all what's that one thing y'all wrote down, and then I'm gonna ask y'all how did y'all apply it to y'all life for this week. So you got 1 week from today to next Wednesday to write down one thing about yourself that you want to change. And I want you to focus on that one thing. I want you to write it, and I want you to work on it. I want you to put down what can benefit you from this change, and I want you to write down, if you don't change, what can happen. They said she put hers in there for accountability. That's right, girl. Because I know I need to change. So I'm going to write mine down too. And next Wednesday, we're going to talk about, in the first few moments of the live, we're going to discuss what we wrote down. We're going to discuss what we wrote down, and we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to try to see how maybe I can get like live. I don't know how to do it yet. I'm going to figure it out, y'all, because I'm still working this thing. But so we can add somebody want to join the live, they can hop on and they can talk too. So we got some things we about to work on. But y'all know this is Talk That Talk Live with Queen Motivation, happening every Wednesday at 6 p.m. If you not here, then where you at? Where you at if you're not here? You can't. You got to be doing nothing if you're not on the live with Queen Motivation. So we need y'all. Next, let's try to see how we can push it and see if we can get some more people in this live. However, we got to do it because we know for a fact that the elevation is about to take place. So we just gonna focus on that change, and we're gonna be ready for this season. Talk that talk. You know, my girl Jasmine down in the comments, she the one gave me the idea to go ahead and do Talk That Talk live with Queen Motivation, because we used to work together and that was the thing that we had. And boy, let me tell you, now I see that Talk That Talk is definitely, it's definitely like a perfect title, and I really love it. And y'all see Lay dropping the information down in the live chat box. And when I get off live, of course, I'm going to edit it and drop my YouTube and Facebook, Instagram, and all those things. Because you know what we came to do? We came to talk that talk. We came to show out. Lay, it's 2012. Yes. I love you guys. Of course, you know. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes before we end this beautiful live. Again, I want to thank you guys for coming through. I want to tell you guys that you guys definitely keep me motivated as well. I appreciate you guys for showing up. It's definitely a privilege and an honor to be able to communicate with you guys and get your feedback and just celebrate. I'm so glad we was able to celebrate one another tonight as well. Next week's topic, I have next week's topic. It's going to talk about growing out the season of your friends. Because a lot of us, I feel like a lot of us have some seasonal friends that we can probably walk away from. And I want to tell y'all that BG is the one that dropped that topic. So we're going to definitely talk about that next Wednesday. I appreciate you guys too. I love you guys so much. And next Wednesday, that's going to be the topic. So y'all be looking out for that. I'm going to go ahead and drop some homework down. And for next week. So, oh yeah. So another thing that BG talked about is, I don't know how many people here is actually writers who likes to write poetry. But again, we're going to do a poetry read. And I want you guys to go ahead and type your poetry in the comment box. We can start that next Wednesday if you guys are comfortable, or if you guys want to email it to me and I can read your poem live on YouTube, on my live YouTube stream. November, we're going to start doing some raffles too. I'm going to start doing some raffles, you know, for the people who definitely show up and show out. You know, we about to get this thing popping, because I know where there's God, there's way more to come. And of course, you know what we came to do. We came to talk that talk. So I definitely will be getting ready to jump off this live in 2 minutes. And I don't know if I put my email in here. Let me put my emails in here, in case y'all need to, you know, email me. And I got you. I asked you guys for your emails last week, but I want to talk about my phone, because my phone be acting weird. So if you guys can do me a favor when we hop off of this live, if you can go ahead and send me your emails again, because I want to go ahead and drop you guys a virtual thank you card for showing up and for supporting me and for coming through. That's my personal, well, it's not my personal, but it's my YouTube email to communicate off of live if need be. But yes, drop your emails again to my phone, or you can email me your emails, however it works for you, so I can send you guys a thank you card tonight. I'm gonna get on that thank you card tonight, and I just want to appreciate you guys again. It's definitely been a blessing. Oh, I forgot the G. Look, we both having typos. Okay, well, I know when I edit this live, I'm going to make sure I have all that in the comment section because I have to wait until I drop it so I can copy and paste it over there. But I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for showing up. You guys are definitely my faves. Y'all know what I'm going to try. Let me try. I think I did it, y'all. It's a little, let me hurry up and take it down. Did y'all catch that? Did you catch it? Your girl did it. I did it tonight. I know y'all caught it. Yeah, hold on. Let me try this one more time. I gotta bring it slow. Yeah, I think I did a little something tonight. Okay, we moving. See, I've been practicing, y'all. I've been practicing. Well, it's 7:40, so y'all know what time it is. Y'all know. Oh, girl, you see it, girl. You see it, girl. I did it tonight. Y'all witnessed it live. I did the heart on my fingers. Yes. Good night. I love you guys. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay easy. Queen Motivation signing out. Peace.